Now, your show will go live in 5 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Blog Talk Radio.
All right, brothers and sisters. This is Elder Rick Carshaw, the Gathering of Christ Church. Let me make sure you all can see and hear us to begin this week's broadcast. Right? All right. All praises be to the Most High. I'm Elder Rick Carshaw of the Gathering of Christ Church here along with the other elders. Of course, you can all introduce yourselves.
Elder Gocc.
Okay, you have to speak up. We got a mic there. We got a mic there.
Hey, you know me, man. Brother and Elder Gocc. You know
all
me.
Right,
hope I'm coming in clear.
I'm just saying, you're not at Peace FM where those microphones was this big, right? Come on, Elder Lawyer, talk to him.
Elder Lawyer, Shalom.
Let me make sure you can all see and hear us clearly. All praises be to the Most High, Ahayah Bashim Yeshaya, where we're walk. And of course, you can reach us. Of course, you can. 515-605-9327. All right. 515-605-9327. Right?
Jump in the queue, hit 1 for the block talk, and we can see you. And we'll talk to you as soon as you know the program.
Yeah, just hit 1. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but without any further ado, we can't get this thing started, right? Without a little, a little something.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready?
Yes,
Lord smiling.
That's not the one.
Oh, that ain't it. We ain't doing that.
Right there.
All right, let's go now. Oh, the East is where we're from. The 12 tribes of Israel. In 721 BC, the Assyrian king, he took us down, we fell. With a great escape we went through the Euphrates. The Lord held the waters still. To a land where no mankind dwelt, we went. The 12 tribes of Israel. Manasseh, the Cubans, Ephraim from Puerto Rico, Naphtali from the Isles of Hawaii. The Lord is calling back Israel. Oh, Ahayah's gathering Israel. The Arabs and Africans told us at gunpoint to gather our wives and children, then sold us. Through the belly of these great ships we traveled in fear. By the rivers of Babylon we found our brothers here and our sisters. Ahayah, gather us. Whoa. From the power on high. Ahayah's gathering Israel. All right. That's right. He's gathering Israel, folks. Oh. Yeah, that's enough of that. It's Elder Rick Carshaw. I hope you all are well. As you can see, we're feeling quite good right now in this time of trouble, and there's a lot of trouble going on. But you know what? There's a lot to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
All praises be to the Most High. There's a lot to be grateful for. And I'm really feeling, I'm still, in some degree on what they would call the Cloud 7. I don't know what the Cloud 9 is. The Cloud 7 after that, the album release that we've just attended last Sunday. We just had the album release, brothers and sisters. And I'll tell you, it was an event.
Yes,
right.
Yes, it was.
I mean, from Sister Shirley and the sisters who brought it forth, all the different, I would say, talent within the venue, with the brothers and sisters, all within the body, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so much talent, and what a great job that was done. Okay, now, one moment. One moment. And what a great job that was done. I'll tell you right now. This stuff is popping up out of nowhere. I mean, his brother, who's that brother that was rapping from New York?
Hebrew Fresh.
Hebrew Fresh.
Yeah.
Zach.
Oh, yeah, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The brother has talent.
Yeah.
And, we have so many ideas on us taking this on the road to show brothers all the blessed talent that's within this church. But it was actually a release of the album Music with a Purpose Volume 1. A matter of fact, the video, oh yes, it will be on Vivo tomorrow. And the Vivo is After the Fire's Gone. Me and the guy that was that actually did the editing and the shooting for this from overseas was working all day with Vivo to get it up. There was an option to get it up within 6 hours, but his time, something screwed up with his time, him being 7 hours earlier. So tomorrow, because it's being uploaded now, it says pending on Vivo. But tomorrow, the premiere video After the Fire's Gone will be on Vivo. Okay, so the only thing you would have to do is go to gatheringofchrist.org, see where the album release is, where it says album, hit the tab so that you can download the complete project through Gathering of Christ. Okay, or you can just download the individual songs which are being uploaded right now. It will also give you the link to Vivo to view the premiere of After the Fire's Gone. Man, it's going to be on Vivo. On top of that, okay, all this is happening at one time. One moment. One second. All right. And 1 second. One thing I gotta say. Okay. One second. Okay. 1 second. 1 second, folks. Hold tight with me. And then I'm gonna shut this stuff down. It's our time right now.
But you know,
There you go. See, you're an expert at this.
What Elder Ricardo is this, right?
Right.
And I know Elder gonna comment on this. One of the things that got me with the album party.
Speak up. Come on.
With the launch. Hope everyone at home can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Is everything was done in house.
Exactly.
Everything from start to finish. The products, everything. Even when you mentioned Brother Zach before. Brother Zach is actually one of the brothers that was part of Ahayah Apparel that made and designed some of them garms that was out there.
Right.
You with me?
Yep.
The music, everything. I mean, when the video comes out, brothers and sisters who missed it will be able to see it because why? Sister Shirley, big up, enough love. The video that we did, the little vlog that we did with Sister Shirley, a lot of comments, let me get the story real quick. Sat down with Sister Shirley, see, I'm doing a vlog here for Instagram. Sister Shirley went, nah, I need some makeup on. So I'm like, nah, man, sis, you don't need no makeup. Sister Shirley's like, yo, are we gonna have a blog talk program about that?
Oh yeah, because I guess he's trying to nudge you after we were talking about the hair and all that.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if I can say too much more about what sisters is wearing weave and all that, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I seen a video yesterday, man, and it blew me away. There was a brother that started off, he sat in a barber's chair.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't have no hair in the middle. I guess his hair was receded, which what they would call a pattern male baldness, whatever the case is, whatever,
I think I seen this
thing
video.
they have for it. And let me tell you, by the time the barber was done with this guy,
Oh gosh.
he had waves flowing like, I mean, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, and I'm looking at his hair. I'm like, there's no way anyone would have believed this brother had a man weave. And it's to a degree where it's like, listen, you can't even talking about what sisters is doing if you got grown men out there putting man weave in their hair. And I'm not talking about no regular looking. I mean, I remember, Lawyer, when your waves first came in.
Right.
Those were the ones I seen yesterday through a man weave. And I'm like, there must be some scriptures on this somewhere.
Wow.
It must be in the Bible. Where, and I'm not talking about where it says in Jeremiah 30 that he's seen men with their hands on their loins.
Right.
You know, like women going through tribulation. It's like, man, this whole world has been turned upside down, but I digress. I mean, we're going into the Halloween season, but I'll tell you this, right? And y'all can jump in anytime, and we're going to go into the album in a couple of seconds. We're going to talk about that. But going into the Halloween season, folks, yeah, let me make sure they can see that. That's right, Gocc, Gathering Christ Church. Praise the Most High. Now, Halloween. I don't believe there's no true reason going forward for people to actually, and I think they segued into this time period under this satanic, what you would call New Age, in which there's no need for people to get dressed up anymore for Halloween.
It's already Halloween every day.
People are dressed up already. I mean, with what's going on with the, as Dave Chappelle put it, the alphabet thing and the teaching of, pangender and people being able to wear what they want, man weaves, or I mean, am I violating rules by saying that man shouldn't have weaves? Or I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, we're living in a time, folks, that everyone is celebrating to some degree in this world. I'm talking about the pagans. Some form of Halloween. And I wanted to ask you this, Lawyer, real quick, because we're coming into the season. And I'm going to show the God of Halloween in a couple of minutes, folks. We're going to show you the God of Halloween. And we're going to actually show you some serious history from the Jewish Encyclopedia. It's going to be what you would call a truth jambalaya, if we will, right? Man, let me tell you, Elder Lawyer, man, things are going on right now, man, because I'm looking at this and we're in the spirit of so-called Halloween. And I'll tell you, I have some history to show. I have some history to show for you, brothers and sisters. But my question to you, and I'm going to put it on you real quick, right?
Yes, sir.
I grew up in a Christian house, right? And I'm sure you did too. Your mother went to church on Sunday, right? A lot of you. Your mother, right? When I met you, you was an atheist going rogue away from Christ altogether, not believing in the Bible.
Okay.
And your mother was Christian, go to church every Sunday, but now she cooked for us and she dealt with the Sabbath and she's with us now, right? All praises, right? Check this out, Gocc. When it comes to that, right now, our children are about to celebrate Halloween, right? Now, all over the earth. I'm going to show y'all the God of Halloween in a moment. Check this out. When it comes to this, I noticed that there's been lately apologetics chasing and trolling Israelites as if Israelites are teaching some level of false doctrine. Now, as far as they're making it as if Israelites are the antipathis or the example of what's wrong in doctrinal understanding concerning Christ and the Bible.
Right.
But all the years of me growing up in the Christian church, not once did one apologetic, one preacher, no one in the church told me that following Halloween was wicked or evil.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the apologetics on this? Where are those who stand for the doctrine of Christ within America, standing up against the majority of Christian children that will be out celebrating Halloween October 31st? Lawyer?
Well, that's a good question. And I think that question has to be posed to those who claim to be apologetics or defenders of the faith.
Yeah.
What fit did defend?
Exactly.
Yeah, they claim they defended the faith, but the
Right.
only thing they focus on Israelites, right?
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
think we have to take back that term. They take that term from the scriptures, which speaks about, coming in defense
Of the gospel.
of the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
The Greek word for defense is apologia, where they get apologetics from.
And they're not in defense of no gospel.
Exactly. The question is, what gospel are you defending? Are you defending the gospel of the Bible? Or are you more so defending the traditions and the doctrines that you received from your so-called church fathers or whoever you claim to receive your doctrine from?
Mm-hmm.
Great question.
As far as the Halloween thing, there's a Christian radio station that I listen to from time to time,
Yeah.
and they have an advert running for Halloween. It's called "Take Back the Night," talking about take back the misery night.
Take back misery night.
As if it was something that was.
Did it belong to Christ in the beginning?
Exactly.
What are they taking back?
Exactly. But the idea is, okay,
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's go on.
Instead of taking the toilet paper that you would throw on trees and the eggs that you would throw at houses, let's take those supplies and give it to the homeless and give it to those in need. So they use these particular holidays in their mind as a way to try to bring people to some Christian or Christ-like perspective. But the question is, why wait for these particular holy days to now start to consider what you should do with your toilet paper, what you should do with your eggs and your other supplies that you would use for this satanic holiday?
And how can you use something with a satanic foundation
Exactly.
to do the will of Christ in the vein of charity?
Exactly.
Think about that.
Exactly.
Do you need Halloween to be good or nice and all that stuff? And maybe like the pastor said, who eloquently excused his pagan Christian following, maybe the Christians can actually sanctify Halloween. Maybe they can pray. What you think, guys? Can they sanctify Halloween? Can they pray to Jesus and just say this is the reason for the season?
Hey, listen. Right now, so sometimes I get what's the word? I get
Baffled,
confused. You get me? Even trying
bamboozled.
Exactly. Trying to psychoanalyze some of these people or what the thought is. You with me?
The question is, are they crazy?
That's what they
insane.
are. They're insane. These are spiritual psychopaths.
Insane. And I'm not talking about the everyday Christian, because you have to realize the everyday Christian, majority of us did this strictly under tradition. It was strictly a tradition that was handed to us from our fathers, and we ignorantly followed it. If we understood the foundation, the fundamental foundation of Halloween, Christmas, and all that, we would have been fled and walked away from these churches. But I want to say in specific, the authority of Christianity. Are they out of their minds?
Yeah, man. These are demons, witches, warlocks. You with me? These are insane. These are insane. Going back to what you said earlier about these antagonists.
Yeah.
Who are antagonizing us. We're not gonna call them apologetics.
Exactly.
We're gonna call them antagonists. Satanists. Satanists, right?
And you know what? We're not gonna apologize for anything we say tonight. Go ahead.
That's right.
You with me? You understand, kid? Yo, where is the defense?
Yeah.
Where is the defense of the innocent people that are going into church right now and giving and giving the spirit, the soul over.
Mm.
Nobody is defending these people. Nobody
Yeah.
is saying, yo, listen, this is evil. Nobody's saying that.
And I'm going to show you the hypocrisy, Elder Gocc, of these so-called Christians. They'll bring someone on without even the full understanding of anything. To have them say, okay, GOCC, someone left GOCC, let's have and I'm glad they do it because it falls on its face. But they'll have people that speak against GOCC. What's your experience? I heard you left. And you know what? I'm so glad they're doing it. Why? Because others are actually seeing it who are not following the church and saying, we need to check this out.
Exactly.
So that's number one. We welcome it, right? But this is what I'm going to say. You would think that there's enough dirt and destruction and false doctrine within Christianity itself that they would think inwardly and begin to clean up the mess called Christianity today before focusing on Israelites.
Let me tell you the problem.
Right?
Let me tell you the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem with these guys.
Yeah.
And why these guys were sent out. Right?
I know why they were sent out.
Israelites.
They get embodied.
Israelites is taking away the financial structure of Christianity. Which
Woo! And you know what they need to? Israelites need to.
Yes.
Because we need to invest in ourselves.
Exactly. And
the Israelites didn't give their finances to the Gentile priests. We've been upholding them. We've been a monetary resource for the oppressive European Christian church.
And that's the problem right now. That's why they're sending out Bugsy and all of these people out right now.
Yeah.
To come to say, as I said, scoff. These Satanists are coming up. Why? Because the churches are dwindling down. Especially the black churches.
The people are leaving. The black church been holding up the churches.
Exactly. That's what. That's the black churches is the power base of modern Christianity.
Exactly.
That's the power base. So Israelites are chopping at the roots.
Our people.
Exactly.
Because the Gentiles aren't going to church and supporting church like that, like we are. So what's the financial base of the European Christian church within the United States?
Black people.
Black poor people at that. If we walked away from the prosperity movement, those churches would do what? Close down, and they know it. So it's not that they care about Christians or blacks. They're losing their financial base, which is predominantly poor black people.
That's it.
And you know what? Our people are becoming empowered by their God, the God of Israel, the God who at one point was at war with his people due to sin, transgression, and evil. And that's why this system promotes evil and wickedness and promote it and actually, believe it or not, incentivize wickedness so that they know that if we sin, there's a greater price to pay for us doing wrong than them. Because we have a contract with our God called the commandments written up in the Bible.
That's right.
Guess what? The Gentiles are not held to those same standards. See? The Gentiles are not held to those standards. So they'll push wickedness on us knowing that keeps them over us. So now the God of our people, right, are now separating us, calling us back through the blood of Christ. Letting us know that we don't need to depend on the Gentiles as no authority or Christian authority. They have no authority.
Exactly.
They never did. They never did, because you can't tell me that they have authority.
Authority on what?
Check it out. In a country they claim that was built on Christian Judeo principles, but yet is filled with atheists and unbelievers and all different types of witches, warlocks, astrologers, Satanists. Hold up. If you had the power from the beginning with a Christian structure, what happened? So if you don't have the authority to actually get your own people in some type of righteous order, how dare you come to us in our neighborhoods looking to structure and financially aggrandize yourself off of us? And that's why the so-called apologetics, the worms are crawling from the dirt now. Huh?
That's what it is. And that's why you find
Don't get me started up in here.
So you find every religion, every religious system coming to where poor black people are, aka Israelites.
Yeah.
Because why? We are the ones that uphold it was us. Yo, listen, check the history. Every kingdom on this earth that has ever been anything was built off of the blood, sweat, murder, and exploitation of the children of Israel.
Exactly.
Every nation, every kingdom that has been any kingdom. Check this one out, for example. Just do your research. Check it out. And that is why these so-called Satanists, apologists, they would rather you stay in ignorance.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to wake up. And this is not new under the sun. Pliny the Younger wrote letters to Rome, saying that we need to get rid of these people, because why? It's bad for business.
Yes.
Claudius expelled Jews out of Rome.
Exactly.
Because why? We were waking people up.
It's bad for business.
It's bad for business. And that's the problem. It's follow the money.
It's all about money for them, folks.
Exactly.
Think about this. Every pastor should be united within our neighborhoods right now. United against, hold on one second. Please. Right now, every pastor within the United States should be united all together against Halloween. It should be a public front where all the religious Christians come out and say, no more allowing Satan, ghouls, goblins, demons in our communities through invocation. By putting our spirit into these days, where our children are invoking these same demons from the costumes they put on, from the makeup they put on. The same way if a guy dressed up like a woman, he began to take on those particular behaviors. I remember growing up, you put on a Power Ranger suit or something when we were growing up. We had Power Ranger, Casper, whatever that spirit was, whatever costume we put on, we went into the spirit as children to act like those superheroes, taking on those spirits. You would think that the Christian pastors would say, no, that's demon possession. Enough is enough. We are united, and we apologize to the community for allowing black people to continue to live in degradation, for sinning against their God by celebrating Witches' Night, Satan's Night, every year. And as Christians, we're going to do what Christ said do going forward. And if it means no money, then no money. Okay, because the love of money is the root of all evil, folks. And I'm going to tell you right now, Christian pastors aren't united against Halloween. They're not united against Easter. They're not united against Christmas. And a leader shouldn't pander to its constituency. A leader shouldn't pander to the people in its congregation. Well, if they do it, if I don't do it, I'm going to lose my people. So what?
Lose them. Christ
lost his life fighting against all odds, fighting against the wicked system. He lost his life. Only thing you're thinking about is your bottom line. The Most High is having you lose your people. And guess who's doing it? You can try to think, you can believe, because you don't believe in the Most High. You think it's Israelites that are convincing those people to come from up under those pagan temples. It's not. It's the God of Israel.
That's right.
The Bible prophesied at one point our people would begin to crawl out of our own graves, the valley of the dry bones, and then he would put sinews back on us. He would put flesh back on us, and we would stand as a people once again, the children of God, the great people we once were in biblical times. It was prophesied. That's what they are afraid of. So they try to claim up, this is rogue coat and these Israelites. And what they'll do is they'll put up the most negative example of what an Israelite is and keep it up online. But yet, here it is. We only speak with scriptures in righteousness, in respect, objectivity, bring forth history. We don't offend other people, but yet they will strike us and stop you from viewing our information. As a matter of fact, what the apologetics are saying right now is that the gathering of Christ Church is more dangerous than all the other Israelites. Right?
Dangerous for you.
So that's what they're saying. They're saying we're dangerous. But in what way are we dangerous? We're dangerous to their bottom line.
That's what it is.
Because they can't have something. They don't have nothing online they can use to demonize us.
There's no category that
they can't put us in a category by showing a video of us saying something derogatory or foolish. That's why we're more threatening than all the rest, as they claim. That's their quote. That they're more dangerous than all the other Israelites. Why? Because Christ have awakened us.
And brothers and sisters watching online, if you notice, we on the GOCC New York channel. That's because the main channel got struck. So like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and get the word spread out there. You know, share it on your phone, send it to your friends, drop it in your WhatsApp chat, and just spread the word. Let's get it out there. Let's get the numbers out there, so that the word can spread and reach a vast majority.
Yeah.
You with me? Simple. You understand? We have to use what we can do. You with me? In spreading this, in spreading the word. So just drop it, because they're gonna try and stop it any way possible.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But we find in other avenues. We're gonna talk about that in a moment. But check this out. And don't forget, call in and talk to us. 515-605-9327. Blog Talk is working now. 515-605-9327. Make sure you hit that like button to drive more traffic here. And we're working to get back our page, as far as they won't even let us upload in A Gathering 144 right now.
Wow.
You know why? Because they're going into the most satanic time of the year. And what we be bringing out during this time of the year, don't forget, for the Christians, for the Christian authority under Satan, this is the most spiritual time of the year for them. So they're like, listen, we have to make it where these guys can't upload on their page for 3-4 months, so that we can have our own Thanksgiving without interference, our Christmas, our Halloween, because these guys are getting in the way. Christians are converting back to what the Bible, what we coined pre-Constantine Christians.
That's right.
And come to find out, I'm glad you brought that out, lawyer, about the apologetics and how you brought it out, where they're not standing for the gospel of Christ.
Never was.
They're in defense of the heretic fathers who were rejected. Okay, these are they that led up to the Nicene Creed, who was against Christ. That's who they're in defense for. Okay, now I said earlier that we were going to show you today the God of Halloween. Who's the God of this world? The God of Halloween? Who are the pagans worshiping? You might ask. Hey, this may shock you. There's Israelites worshiping the God of Halloween also, unknowingly. Hey, we say it ever so often during our programs. And right now, the topic of our discussion is Ahayah's calling back Israel. But ever so often, we're going to drop some tidbits for you to let brothers and sisters know, to give you a segue into what a lot of you be missing in these academies. Okay? I like to drop little jewels out there for you, so people can't say, oh, you only keeping it for the academy. No, we go more in depth in a class setting in the academy. But everything we know, we drop publicly, folks. Let's make this clear. And let's go into the God of Halloween, and how are Israelites also worshiping the God of Halloween, you might ask. Well, Israelites, and some of them, unbeknownst to them, because they've only learned under their teachers, follow the God that was given to them by the authority over Judaism. In particular, the Tetragrammaton. You will see Israelites in defense of the Tetragrammaton. Yahweh, Jehovah, Yah. And you notice the Gentiles have no pushback against that. Only when they talk to us that there's some type, oh my God, you got that from the Illuminati. You are a liar. We ain't getting nothing from the Illuminati too. You haven't researched the Gathering of Christ Church.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Hey.
Now hold on. Let me say this. That publication was 2010 in the Illuminati too. Research the name of the Most High in Christ, which was uploaded in 2009, 2008, late 2008, early 2009, before Illuminati 2 was published. We pulled that up not as a reference to prove that they're listening to us and they know what we've put out there. Okay, so we didn't get that as some source for the Most High's name, some Illuminati 2. They're only speaking to the ignorant of the people who don't know any better. The guy that wrote the Illuminati 2 actually put it, even the pronunciation was exactly as the video that we put out there a year before he published the book. And guess what? He put it out there and didn't give us nothing. Okay, and we don't care because why? Before it's all over, all knees shall bow and all tongues shall confess that our God, the God Ahayah, the God of the Hebrews, is the God of all gods. Okay, so I'm putting that out there because we have some people out there misrepresenting and lying to people, saying that we got the source of the Most High's name from some book, when that guy was somewhere on YouTube that wrote the book Studying the Gathering of Christ Church.
Exactly. And when you read that reference, you can tell that's exactly what he did. He took word from word the breakdown that we put out years earlier.
Exactly.
And used that as a reference for his work.
As a reference for his work.
Yeah, but check this out though.
He referenced us. And we didn't get this from no book. We got it from the Almighty. And that's something the carnal people can't understand.
Hey,
but go on.
Check this out. Even on that
Get
note,
me started.
Even on that note, right?
Yeah.
When the Satanists were speaking about it, I'm gonna say the Satanists.
The Satanists. That's who they are.
When the Satanists were speaking about it, I know there's a video clip where the Satanist pulls out the book from his collection. So I'm saying, okay then, if everything that the elder was saying was false when he referenced the book in whatever debate you're referring to, why did you go buy it?
Right. Why did you go buy the book?
Okay, you never had the book to begin with. Yo, get the hell out of here, yo. All right, let me tell you straight. We are waking up and there's nothing you can do about it. All right? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Anyways.
Say that again. We're going to give you a close-up on that. We're going to give you a close-up. Say it again, guys. Hit them with it.
All right. We are waking up. There is nothing you and your little minions can do about it.
Check it out, Gocc.
Simples.
Gocc, I always go back to when I first met you, right? I know people are tired of me talking about it, right? Right?
Hey.
Did you believe in the Bible, young man?
Nah.
Gocc didn't believe in the Bible at all.
Nah, not at all.
So where is the what you would call appreciation from these Christian apologists for the work of those in Christ who have converted atheists back into believing in the Bible?
Not just a converted believer, right? Someone who is living and
you're living the life, and now
and let me tell you,
elder of the church.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you never know, yo, I was wicked as hell.
Hold up, say it loud and clear.
Yo, listen, just so you know, right? I was wicked. I was an evil dude. You understand? That's what it is. I did stuff that, when you read the Bible, it's worthy of death. You understand? And the Most High has given me an opportunity to change my life around. So what's bad in that? None of these brothers here are CIA agents. None of these brothers here are fake. What you see in front of the camera is what you get behind the camera. When the camera is off. Yeah. We are brothers.
And guess what? When they seen us at the release thing this Sunday.
Yeah.
The same people.
Yeah, the same people.
We don't change when the camera go off.
Yeah, we're the same people. You understand me? We are the same. We are the same people. What we have chosen to do is put down sin.
Finish hitting them because I'm coming right back with that proof. It's coming. Hit
all right. That's all we have done. We have said, listen, we're gonna put down a life of sin. What is wrong with that, brother? Listen, there's not too many things I wasn't involved in. You get me?
Right.
You understand me? And then now I'm telling you straight that, yo, we change. Like, you remember when you met me, right?
Absolutely.
You get me?
Absolutely.
You remember? Yeah. So this is what it is. So when you get these Satanists coming right now and coming after a work in the earth that they have no power over, okay, and trying to discredit it, yo, you're kicking against the pricks. That is what you're doing. Listen, let me tell you something. We have drug dealers not selling drugs no more. We have murderers not murdering no more. We have people who were caught up in a sodomite lifestyle that put that down and standing bold for the Most High, understanding that they were tricked. We have pagans, not pagans no more. Okay? Let me tell you that. That's what we have. Okay? What is a Christian? Listen, every corner I go on, there's a Christian church up. There's a Christian establishment. And most of the areas that you find these churches in are our communities. And the crime goes up. The single parent home going up. You understand? These women turn into witchcraft. Understand me?
Right.
Sisters going into witchcraft, coming out of the church. What are you talking about? Israelites are changing that. And no longer are Israelites putting money in your satanic system. So it's crumbling. Let me, Elder Lawyer, can you grab a scripture for me, please?
Absolutely.
Get me John 11:47. Love this precept. Love going here. Let's check. Just check this. Listen to this.
One coming right after that.
Yo, of course. Listen to this, people. This is the problem. Not new under the sun. This is the problem going on right now. And listen, you're losing. And you are going to lose. Read Revelation and see what happened to you. You get cast in the lake of fire. That's what's gonna happen.
There it is.
Yo, read it.
All right.
Read it. You're going into the lake of fire. You need to repent.
Hell hot.
Okay? And for everybody who don't know the doctrine of Christ, baptism, laying on of hands, resurrection from the dead, and eternal judgment. Eternal means forever. Judgment is punishment. Eternal. Repent. Anyways, read that for me, please, Elder, please.
God, this is John 11:47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said,
The chief priests and the Pharisees are council. Let me tell you something. You're not even on the level of the chief priests and the Pharisees. At least they knew the law.
Exactly.
You're not even on a level. Christ said, unless your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees, you're not even near that. Never mind exceeding it. You are a pagan. Read for me, please, Elder.
And the Pharisees a council said, What do we?
What do we?
Come on.
They're asking you, what are we doing? What are we gonna do? You know why? Christ was healing the people. Christ was taking back the control that the establishment had over killing God's people and showing them right.
And he didn't apologize for.
No apology.
Come on now.
Read.
For this man doeth many miracles.
Many miracles. Yo, listen, taking our people off drugs out of the street, that's a miracle.
Exactly.
That's a miracle right now. Me not believing in the Bible and then reading it, no, and teaching it, yo, that's a miracle.
That's right.
Yeah? If you had any idea who I was, that's a miracle. Read for me, please, Elder.
Verse 48. If we let him thus alone.
And that's the problem, people. That's what they're saying. If we leave them alone, if we leave these Israelites alone,
exactly,
what will happen?
All men will believe.
Some men.
All men will believe.
Just a few of them.
All men will believe.
All men. Hear that? All men. Yo, leave us with this Bible. We will convert the earth.
And you know, I'm going to let you finish, but I need to say this real quick. The whole point is, you know where they didn't want us to get to, and I need you to pick it up from where you left. I don't want to keep killing your steam here, but I have to say this.
Go ahead.
They understand that we no longer need them, folks.
Exactly.
With what I seen this weekend with our brothers and sisters, everything was from within the body. The banners that was hanging up, the stuff that was being sold there, everything was in-house.
Right.
Everything. Our music, our gifts of music, they shouldn't be getting paid off of us. Okay?
You know what artists they have that actually make money? Artists that study us.
Mm-hmm.
So without us and the essence that God gave us through music, they wouldn't even have singers, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to the music, the talent, I've been seeing, really believe it or not, behind the scenes, the administrative minds that are behind bringing that whole thing together, what we have.
Mm-hmm.
We have a full administration of people working in Christ to show our brothers and sisters we don't need the Gentiles for anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what they fear more than anything, that they're no longer the authority. They never were. They never were. They became the authority through our ignorance, through our time of darkness, when we had no idea that the God of Israel was our God. That's the only authority they had over us. But go on.
If I can mention off the bat.
Sure.
Come on. All right. Come on now.
Because here's the thing with this system,
Let's light it up in here.
you have a spiritual aspect of this current system we're under.
Yeah.
You have a financial system and you have a military system.
Yeah.
I believe that they're not just looking at losing the spiritual system. They understand that if they lose the churches, if they first lose the spiritual system, soon will be them losing the financial system.
Exactly.
And after that, those who would once fight in their wars would no longer fight in their wars. So now that crushes the military system. So they're looking at the fall of everything on every level.
So it's really the prayer and the faith of the poor, of the people, that's holding the whole system up.
Exactly.
And that's why it tells us in Revelation 18, Babylon the Great is fallen, because the Israelites are waking up now.
Yo, listen.
And instead of using a brick to build their system, every one of our brothers and sisters who are waking out of this sleep, another brick is pulled out of it.
That's right.
Hey, I just saw a comment just go up on. I just saw a comment
Praise
just
the
go.
Most High.
So I just saw a comment go up on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, you know the thing about it, right? Let's say that we are wrong and we are out. The question is, right? Why do you care so much to follow us?
Yeah.
Why are you here? Listen, go do what you're doing, Ak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what you met me doing.
Listen, even Christ said, let them alone.
Yo, leave them. Yo.
If our work is not of Christ, it'll come to naught, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Let me tell you something.
You have, when have you ever seen Christ and the disciples around chasing people?
Yo,
Exactly.
Yo, check this. Let me show you something. Let me read something for you again. Because I know the demon inside of you is hurting right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay? The demon, it's all of you who watching this church.
We're about to give them an unhappy Halloween. Chris.
Yes.
An unhappy Halloween is coming down the pipeline.
That's what's going on right now.
All right.
You are a bunch of demons.
Come on now.
Yo, let's get the scripture. Hear what happened. Read for me, please, Ella Lawyer. Pick up again where we left off. Come
Verse
on.
48.
Come on.
If we let him thus alone,
Yo, if we leave these Israelites alone, what?
Yeah.
all men will believe.
Not some men. Everybody gonna believe. Deuteronomy 4, 5, and 6 tells us that this is our righteousness.
Exactly.
Right? And we will be a light to the nations. Hey, we get this, the entire earth gets it.
Exactly.
That's the problem. That's a problem that you have. You are an evil demon.
And let's talk about this. Speaking of their demonic forces and the God they worship. I'm going to tell you this right now. And you know what hurts them more than anything? The pastors that they have put up are unqualified, and they know it. They made their pastors in the theologian schools unqualified so that they, by default, black pastors must depend on them as the authority in their fake pagan religion. They made them. They made our black pastors spiritually incompetent on purpose to depend on their authority. That's another thing. We don't have to check on them for no Sunday service and Sunday service books and Sunday school books and different theological breakdowns. We don't have to join a fraternity for them to send us information each week as we pay our dues. They have no control over this. Because why? The Most High gave us all this understanding through the Spirit.
Yeah, man, no seminary college here.
I didn't have to go to the seminary school to get what I received. As a matter of fact, you go there to become spiritually dumb.
That's what it is.
That's right.
Because you must be spiritually dumb if you see Sabbath in the Bible and worship Sunday on Sunday. Something is wrong with you. And you know what's wrong with you? You've been bewitched. When Christ healed on the Sabbath day. Something must be spiritually wrong with you. If the same time the pagans were celebrating Witches' Night and Wicked Night, Halloween, that you allow your children and people in your church to go trick-or-treating and open up your temple, your church, for children to dress up like goblins and all that, saying, well, we're going to do it for Jesus. No, you're not. You are an antichrist, folks. These are antichrists. And I'm going to tell you, folks, you must be spiritually impotent. Impotent, folks. As an authority over the Christian church, and allow your communities to continue to suffer and think God will not judge you. You will stand before the Most High with your ignorance, and with your purpose sin against him in that authority as a shepherd. And guess what? You're not going to be able to say before the Most High, utter a word. You're never going to claim before the Most High that you weren't warned. Mm-hmm. There were brothers on every corner telling you you're going the wrong way. Mm-hmm. It was online. People in your congregation was telling you you were wrong, that you're following a slave doctrine, and that these so-called theologians don't even believe in the Bible. They're pagans and evil, and you continue to walk the other way and think adverse to the God of the Bible. Demons. But go on.
Hey, demons.
Come on now.
Let me show you some elders, brothers, and brothers and sisters online.
Yeah.
This is what the truth does. All right, get me Matthew 9:35, man. Let's drop this. Hey, let's bring an elder. You can chime in. Yo,
no, do your thing, man, because I'm about to bring the God of Halloween out. Give me that Jewish encyclopedia over there. Give me those books. Slide them everything over here, and I'm going to bring it from a Jewish source.
There you go.
Come on now.
Oh yeah. Go on, Lord. Let's start that precept from the please.
Yep, Matthew 9:35. And Yeshua went about all the cities and villages.
So let me tell you something. The Gathering of Christ Church is going into every city, every village. That's what we are doing. We're doing what the Messiah did. We're going everywhere. We're setting up. We're in Jamaica. We're gonna be in Afghanistan soon. Yes, Afghanistan. You stay there. We're setting up. All right, we're going just what the Messiah did. We're not here sat down looking at other people's work, tuning into other people's broadcasts, criticizing them. Right. Yo, go do some work.
We're doing the work of the Almighty. But go on. And another thing, a lot of people, even when they see the video tomorrow, when it comes out, I know everyone is going to have an opinion. It's going to be a talking piece, right? It's going to be negative, positive, and all that. But they don't realize the doors the Most High is going to open.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And how our mouths will open with the Bible open once those doors open. Mm-hmm. So while people are criticizing, not wondering what it is, guess what? You can take down a page if you want. You close one door and the Most High will open two.
That's right.
You know what? We're going to kick down every door. You can't stop this.
That's right.
You Gentile, you heathens who believe you are the authority. You are a heathen. Stop celebrating Christmas and Halloween, you heathen.
That's right.
You claim you're down with Christ, and you at the store right now and getting a jack-o'-lantern, carving up a pumpkin with some ugly ghoul face, dressing your children up like demons. Mm-hmm. Okay? So let me make it clear to you. You can shut it all down because it belongs to you anyway, Satanists. We're gonna get to our people through song. There's not a place, and guess what? When we go into the communities, all of our concerts, we're going to be giving people food, water. They're not going to have to pay us nothing. And we're going to sing and praise the Most High. We're going to let them know it's time.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Leave those churches.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon will soon burn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want out? And guess what? They're going to get this in our poor communities absolutely free. That's and right. There's nothing you can do about it. And we're going to use the avenue the church opened. Because why? You didn't give us the authority to sing in churches. We sung in churches, praying and praising the Most High to get some refuge from your satanic oppression. The music belongs to us. It belongs to us. Mm-hmm. And we're taking it.
Yo, every facet
Come on.
of our that we put in, we taking it back. Music and otherwise.
That's right.
Like you said earlier, yo, the administration and what they did, even the people, even the Gentiles were amazed. Like, well, yo, who are these people?
Exactly.
These are the questions being asked. And that's the power of the gospel. And that's why you have a problem with it. And I'm not going to stop saying it tonight, you demons, because I know you're out there watching and listening.
And we don't apologize.
And we're not apologizing for
to you apologetics. You're
for
demons.
nothing. You're a
You're
demon.
the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
The devil.
Okay?
This is what
We're going to give him a trick or treat in a couple of minutes.
this is what we were doing. This is what the Messiah did. This is what we're doing now. Read for me, please, Elder.
Matthew 9:35. And Yeshua went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people.
If you want to do something, go fix the people and give them Christ. So you can't come against the laborers right now in the vineyard right now, laboring and changing people's lives. You're a damn demon from hell. And that's where you're going to go back in the lake of fire. You're going to burn. Burn.
And we rebuke you heathens.
Read for me, please, Elder.
Verse 36. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them.
This is the thing. You have no compassion for the people. The people for you are a commodity. It's a way to get rich. That's what you are. You looking at the people as a gain, as a spoil. Nah, man. You're not spoiling our people anymore. You're not spoiling us anymore. We are waking up and we're coming out. And that's the problem why they send these little snakes out right now.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Why? Because the commodity, you're losing your financial grounds. Christ was healing them when he saw them. That wasn't a commodity for them. He felt compassion. That means, he had love for the people. You have no love for the Most High's people.
And you know what? You can check it out. This is what's really hurting them, embodying them, destroying their doctrine at the core. It's not just people in the 15-year-old age range or the 20-year-old age range. They try to make you think this is a fad. Children are coming out of the belly praising Ahayah. I've seen a baby, only a few months, calling on the name of Ahayah. A baby. There's grown old folks, seniors calling our church regularly saying, I've been deceived all of my life. I've been watching y'all for so many years and I just had to reach out. Where can I find a gathering? Let me tell you, from the cradle up into the seniors, they're leaving the pagan temples. And I thank the Most High. And that's what y'all fear. We're taking your source. You've been living off us. You've been eating fat off us.
You're a parasite.
Yeah, straight tick. Gentile ticks sucking the life source from the black community, from the poor community, from the Hispanic community. You ticks. Okay? And we don't apologize. Go on.
Hey, go on, the lawyer.
But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them.
Move with compassion.
Come on.
Move, read, come on.
Because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd.
And that's the problem. We have no shepherds under you Gentiles, under your administration. There's no shepherd scattering us, destroying us like wolves. But yo, I tell you what, the shepherds are back.
Exactly.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. Why? We don't need you for nothing.
Exactly.
A matter of fact, you're so demented and so evil. You put down the King James Version Bible. You know King James was against the Roman Empire. To the degree that after King James died, the monarchy, the evil Gentile monarchy over in England, began to vilify him and write false information, claiming he was a homosexual and all that. And King James was known for burning witches, warlocks, sorcerers, like those who will be celebrating Halloween today, those that perverts and all that. King James was known for burning the satanic Roman witches and warlocks at the stake.
That's right.
He was a black man standing. And you're so demented and evil. You said no more King James Version and gave the world a watered down version of the Bible, the NIV, which is published by the same publishers that published the Luciferian Bible. You think we don't see you. So since you don't have the fortitude and the gumption to tell the truth, we're going to give our people the truth. You get out of the way. We don't need you. Where were you when our people suffered, dying in the neighborhoods, getting shot, families separated? The children don't even know their parents. Where are you in the communities while Christianity is destroying us spiritually at the core? Where are you? But now you want to come out in defense as if you care about black people. As you care about the doctrine of Christ. If you cared about the doctrine of Christ, you would shut every Christian church down in the United States and start over with Moses and read through the book and rightly divide the word of truth using Christ's doctrine. Put down every holiday that we've learned in paganism. You'll put, and not only that, there will be a confession of every sinner. It doesn't matter what the sin is. You're not going to be up in the church being excused for purpose sin. There will be a total rendition in the Christian church if you are really down with Christ. How can you look at us or look at others on the outside who are helping our people while you are suffering like a canker, you're living in a poisonous temple with heathens and with heathenistic practices and wickedness all throughout the churches right now? How can you look on the outside and try to claim what's wrong when there's no healing being done inwardly? Huh? But go on, I'm sorry.
Hey man, that was it for that, man. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Elder Lawyer. What you got?
Yep, Acts 16 and 16. You can elaborate if you will.
Come on.
Acts 16 and 16, and tell me if this sounds familiar. And it came to pass, as he went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. The same Paul and us, and cried, or the same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, These men are servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation. And this did she many days, but Paul being grieved turned and said to the spirit, I command thee in the name Yeshua the Anointed to come out of her. And he came out the same hour. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew him into the marketplace unto the rulers.
So why did they look to persecute this sister or this woman? I mean, the brethren who just healed someone.
Exactly.
Why were they looking to persecute? Because why? They were losing their finances off of the person who was sick. Because if you're sick and you need a healing, you go to the priest for the healing, like our people do in the Christian church every day. We put our money in the envelope and ask our preachers to pray for our children in prison. Pray for our families who are suffering, our children who have left God and turned to perversions. So that means the pastors are grandizing themselves off of the sicknesses of our people. They're not looking to heal our people. So instead of them thanking the Most High for the healing, they aim their direction towards the healers and look to do what? Persecute and imprison the disciples for healing the people.
Now let's check out what they said behind it. Check
Come
this
on.
out, verse 20.
Look at that.
And brought them to the magistrates, meaning the apostles, saying, These men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans.
Being Romans. That's the Roman Catholic Church, folks.
They took them to court.
They took them to court for healing their own and helping their own people.
Healing the people and also bringing forth customs
of our people.
Of our forefathers.
Because why? Our customs following the law frees us from sicknesses.
Exactly.
It frees us from the bonds of this world.
Nothing under the sun. Same thing.
Now,
Same thing as demons doing right
yeah, now I want to check it out how our people would continue to go to the pastor and pay the pastor to pray for the child that's in prison and all that. But if the pastor taught the family the law, there's a good chance that boy wouldn't have went to prison.
Exactly.
That he wouldn't have sold drugs. See that?
And this is the war cry or the championing cry of the so-called apologetics. They're saying, listen, we can't keep the Passover. Why are you teaching Passover? We can't keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Why are you teaching that? But on the other hand, coming and saying, well, listen, let's follow this Roman custom of Saturnalia, which is now Christmas.
That's what the apologetics are saying. Let's follow Christmas. See, but because the heathens have always followed Christmas. See? There was never a law given to the heathens as a prerequisite or an agreement with the Almighty. And that's why the Gentiles will look at it and say, well, we don't do that. We're not Jews.
Exactly.
Of course you're not. We are. So get out of our face.
That's right. That's right.
Get out of our face. How long they've been telling our people, well, hold up, you can't be following the Sabbath. Only the Jews do that. Well, folks, we are the real Jews. Give me that book real quick for those who just come in. That orange one right there to the left. We're about to hit them now.
This one?
Yeah, there you go. King James.
Oh, this one?
Oh, there you go. They'll let people lie and all that on King James. Right? Give me that real quick. So here it is. You can't say nothing against the Queen right now in England and not get arrested. You go there in their parliament and say something wrong about the Queen and see what happens. But you notice that there's seldom, if any, defense for one of the greatest kings of England, King James. You notice there's no defense by the Christian church or the British monarchy for King James. I know. You wonder why, right? This is why. This is why they're mad at us. This is why they're peeved. They thought we weren't going to find out. That what? They thought we wasn't going to find out. Look at that there. Come on, I'm going to come in closer. That King James is and was, okay, a what? A black man. That's why there's no defense of King James. Look at that.
Not that, just on the,
look at that.
Just let me back in on that, right?
Hold up. Let me put it there because I want to give the sources so they can't say we got this out of the Illuminati 3.
Right.
King James the 6th and the 1st. Where's the apologetics at? Huh? A black man. This is why they allow King James to be smeared throughout the earth because he looked like us. He was in defense of us.
He's the apologist.
He's the real apologetic.
That's right.
In defense of the faith and lost his life defending the faith. A black man who sat on what? A throne. 3 separate thrones at once in Europe. See? So if I know that this black man spoke many languages and was opposing the Roman Catholic Church, what authority can a Gentile Satanist? How can I get any information from an apologetic, a theologian, or a Satanist that's over the Christian authority today? We don't need them. Get out of our space, please. Huh? Yeah, black man. You got it? So if King James didn't need you, hey, we don't.
Oops. Let me grab this here.
Okay, it's time to hit him with it. It's time to hit him with it now. It's time to hit him with it. But before we hit him with it, okay, let's open up the line. 515-605-9327. Ahayah's calling back Israel, like the song, the introduction song. And let me tell you this real quick, right? We took a brief hiatus, from the academy so that we can this Sunday deal with the release of the project, okay? Music with a Purpose. So go to gatheringofchrist.org to support the music release. Okay, we're going to do this within ourselves and use this music to get to our people. Okay, the other thing is, since we took the hiatus, which means there's space for enrollments in our Hebrew. You got it?
Yeah, it's just
the
sticker
on
the back of
our Hebrew and Bible Academy. Okay, the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Since we took off a week, there's room for enrollment. Anyway, we're going into what, week 4, right?
Week 4.
Week 4, which means we have a little over 2 months left to get in. When you see the information we're about to drop on you, you'll see what you're missing in this academy. Okay. Now, if you enroll in the academy, we'll make sure you'll get the prior 3 weeks, the 3 weeks you've missed. Okay. And you'll catch up, and you can get 2 months and an extra lesson with this. You'll get 11 lessons, right? Because we're only in week 4. Okay, including week 4. You get a lot of lessons here. You get 11 lessons, and we'll make sure we send you the 3 you've missed. So if you want to become a part of this, send an email to gatheringas1@aol.com, or you can simply go to historytimes.org and enroll. Okay, or go to gatheringofchristchurch.org to enroll. And keep in mind, we need to support this, like the Hebrew and Bible Academy. You know why? Look how much money our people have spent for theologian colleges to be taught these lies going into these so-called holidays, to uphold our captivity by praying to the life source that have empowered the Gentiles over us. Okay? So you should want to support the Hebrew and Bible Academy to do what? To be set free, to get the correct doctrine. We only teach the doctrine of the Bible. And by teaching the Bible in its proper context, it tears down every other religion by default. It frees us from the bonds of modern day Christianity. It frees us from the bonds of modern day Islam. 2 nations who have enslaved and have always grandized themselves and destroyed the children of Israel throughout the earth. Mainly the European Caucasian over the Roman Catholic Church, and the Arabs over Islam. They have divided and destroyed us. Now the Most High is giving this back. And guess what? None of them have authority here. Okay? A matter of fact, they may get upset and go to an apologetic. Okay? Go to an apologetic and do a video. But you won't get no authority here. So I'm saying this, brothers and sisters. Come through and join the Hebrew and Bible Academy so you get information that you'll never receive anywhere else on earth. Now, years ago, historytimes.org, go there. Go there and help us help our people. Okay? Now, real quick, because we're not going to be here all night. I said we were going to prove who is the God of Halloween. We know the pagans follow the pan god, right? The horn god, the Baphomet, right? Horn or pan is the god of the pagans. Now, there was an old book that you can hardly find today called The Witch's God. I did a video on this book over 10 years ago, right? And of course, they took our page down, and you can hardly find this book in the original print anymore, called The Witch's God, because it tells us in The Witch's God, the pagans and the witches and the sorcerers know this, that the Tetragrammaton, or Yahweh, which is Jovi or Zeus also, they know that that's the God, that's Satan. That Yahweh, Yahweh, they know it's Satan, folks. The pagans. It's the horn god. And it tells you this in a source we had called The Witch's God. They pray an invocation to Yahweh. Well, it so happened that same name is upheld through modern day Judaism. So, I'm going to use a source that the pagans use, and I'm going to use a historical Jewish source out of the Jewish Encyclopedia to confirm, to back up what we've been teaching for years, that Yahweh, Yahweh, Jehovah is Satan, the pan god. I need you real quick. Yeah. You have a highlighter over there, other way, a yellow one, because I don't want to have to have the people try to, you know, I don't want the people to have to read the whole page to figure out what it is. And guess what? We're coming out of the Jewish Encyclopedia. We have the sources. We have the sources unapologetically. I need you to highlight Elder Gocc. I'm going to show you what y'all be missing in the academy real quick, even though we're going to go in more detail with this from a historical standpoint in the academy. You got to get in the academy to see it. But I'm going to give y'all some tidbits that's going to show you the god of Halloween, the pan god. Here's the Jewish Encyclopedia. And go ahead and highlight it for me, Elder Gocc.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know when you got it.
Yeah, I got it here.
You have it. Now, guess what? We didn't print this book. There's nobody look like us put this book together. All right? Just going into the sources. And we're going to read what it says. Highlight Metatron. Metatron. Right?
Yeah.
Metatron. And read what it says in the Jewish Encyclopedia on Metatron.
Okay. You want me to go straight to it?
You can read it all.
Okay.
I relax. We're going to show them the God of
All right.
Halloween here.
Metatron, the name of an angel found only in Jewish literature.
Hold up. A name of an angel found only in Jewish literature. So you're going to find out who their God is too. Come on.
It says here. Only in Jewish. Okay. Seeing this angel in the heavens, believed there were two powers of divinity. When God wept over the destruction of the temple, Metatron fell on his face and said, I will weep with thee, with thou. The Most High answered and said, if thou wilt not suffer me to weep, I will go whither thou cannot come, and there I will lament. Metatron bears the tetragrammaton.
Hold up. Metatron bears who?
Metatron bears the tetragrammaton.
Oh, hold up now. Metatron bears the tetragrammaton. Now, for those who don't know, folks, there's a thing known or a practice known within Judaism, because there's different factions. They're Kabbalists, in which their ideology is from the tree of life. The tree, of good and evil. Let me correct that. The tree of good and evil is the knowledge that Satan gave to Adam and Eve, which led to the fall of mankind. Well, who's ever in charge, they take on that knowledge to control the earth, in control of the earth. So you want to know who's controlling the earth? Those that are following that knowledge that was given in the beginning under Satan. Now, it says, now in this book, this book comes out of many references, all the references from all the places where every angel in here come from pagan books. These are the pagan angels the Gentiles pray to. We don't follow this book. We follow the Bible. But I need to go into what the Gentiles has to show you who they really worship, including those in Judaism or over Judaism. We're about to blow you away right now, because Metatron, let me show you. Metatron is Jehovah. Hold that just like that for me. Hold up. Put your finger here.
Yeah.
All right. Hold that there.
Yeah.
See what that's highlighted at? In their book. This is a Gentile book. This book. See this? This is the tree of good and evil they use for all types of wickedness. The witches who celebrate Halloween. right? Now, when you go close here, folks, let me show you. It says Jehovah. That's a tetragrammaton. Jehovah or Yahweh is what? One of the many names of Metatron. One of the many names of Metatron. So do me a favor. Let's go see who is Metatron in their same book. Look, y'all. Who's Metatron? The horn god Pan. Satan himself is Yahweh in their book. And that's why Paul says that we cannot involuntarily worship angels, because when you worship Yahweh, Jehovah, you're worshiping Metatron. Satan himself, the horn god over the pagans. Now, these are Jewish sources, folks. Now, hold up now. Keep in mind, let's get involuntary worship of angels real quick.
There's something else here as well that I want to bring up.
Hold up. Yeah, I'm going to let you bring it out. But keep in mind, folks, these are Gentile sources. So if they have us as Israelites following the Tetragrammaton and upholding them, guess what? You are empowering the Gentile nations who call themselves us over you. It's that horn god that gave them power to rule over you. You're worshiping Satan. What else you have? Come on.
You know what it says here in Hebrew, you see Galatians 1:8?
Yes.
Yeah. Involuntary worship of angels. And then I want to go to Hebrews where
hold up. Someone don't come in here with no madness, teaching some madness about Melchizedek is the Archangel Michael. That will get you banned, blocked, and forever. Okay, where you cannot comment on that's garbage. Okay, Melchizedek was Shem. Melchizedek wasn't an angel from heaven. Melchizedek was Shem, and we can prove that. He was king and priest after getting all the information he needed to actually uphold God's law on this side of the flood from his father Noah. That's who Abraham paid a tenth to, Shem. Don't bring no garbage up in here talking about some Melchizedek was Michael and all that stuff. You're going to get banned. We ain't playing with y'all up in here. You coming in with this satanic doctrine. You got one more time to put some nonsense up in our comment, and then we're going to move you into gigabyte land. Never to be heard from again. Okay? Let's go.
Yeah, all right. In the as I said earlier, when we're reading from the Jewish Encyclopedia, I'm quoting the source. All right, I'm gonna read it the first again. It says Metatron, name of an angel.
That's probably an apologetic.
Probably is. Check it out. Metatron, the name of an angel found only in Jewish literature, right?
Only in Jewish literature,
now,
right?
when you read here further down here, it says this. It says Moses begs Metatron to intercede with God. Stop. So in Jewish literature, in the Talmud and other sources, Metatron intercedes with the Most High.
So they're saying that Satan is their intercessor.
Exactly.
Against who? Christ.
Exactly.
When Christ is our intercessor.
Exactly.
So in Jewish literature, they pray to Yahweh to intercede for them to God, instead of, like Christians are supposed to do, respect Christ as the path who intercedes for us.
Exactly.
They thought you wasn't going to find that out, folks. We're showing you the gods of your overlords. But go on.
And that's coming from a Jewish encyclopedia.
We don't want to give them everything. We're going to keep a lot when he got me, but go ahead. Hit him with a little bit more.
One more verse for you, and then I'll hand it back over. Read that for me, please.
Come on.
Yep. I got Romans 8:34.
Come on.
Who is he that condemneth? It is Christ that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is
It is Christ that died. Okay, it's our Lord and Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach. It was him that died, not Megatron or Metatron or Yahweh. No, it was the Messiah. Read.
It is Christ that died.
Come on.
Yea, rather, that is risen again,
Yo, he's risen again. He's risen, resurrection of the dead. Come on.
who is even at the right hand of God,
He's at the right hand of the throne.
who,
Our great high priest passing through the heavens. Read.
who also maketh intercession for us.
He makes what?
Who also maketh intercession for us.
Megatron, Metatron doesn't make no intercessions. All right, learn that. All right, and this is anyways, Elder say a whole lot. There's more here, but Elder said for leaving for the academy. So join the academy. All right, and for the people them, I know Elder not here. For the people them who talk about the academy, some money, and no, it's not. Check this out. There's thousands of lessons online for free. Okay.
In fact, this broadcast we're doing now simultaneously between Blog Talk, which we personally have to pay for.
Exactly.
We have to pay for that.
Exactly.
We don't pass that on to the people.
Exactly.
And we're on YouTube right now.
Exactly.
For free.
For free. All right. So all of you, haters out there, scoffers out there, smoke that. All right. get a t-shirt. Apology for nothing. You need to apologize to God. That's what you need to do. All right. That's when you're apologetic. You need to apologize to God, because He's gonna judge you.
And not only that, every Christian pastor right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring out more of this. Every Christian pastor out there everywhere need to apologize to their congregations. That should be the apology. That they have scorned God's law. And because of this, the community is broken. That our people are broken because the spiritual leaders have sold the people's soul for money. They're teaching people God's law is done away with, which by default, it gives sinners the license to sin through the blood of Christ. That's what they're teaching. You're giving everyone in your congregation, oh, you can't judge, only God can judge. But you're not giving no laws to the people whereby they will be judged. They don't understand the judgment of God because they're not being taught God's law. See? So you're giving the people on purpose a license to sin by claiming the law of God is done away with. That the Most High is going to excuse them if they can just confess God as Lord and get baptized and confess. Faith without works are dead. What works? You must have works in God's law. You can't have faith and no works. Okay? And the works were given to the priests. The people, it was given to God's people. The do's and don'ts. The disciples followed it. Christ followed it. It wasn't until our people fell in 70 AD and then when the Gentiles took over that this new brand of satanic paganism crept in the churches and began to deceive people everywhere and making us believe that sinning is okay, that doing evil is all right. So the Christian pastors need to apologize and stand up and make sure that none of the children in their Christian church celebrate Halloween in a couple of weeks. That they don't celebrate Christmas and all these days. They need to apologize. All of them right now. They need to go out and tell their congregation, listen, I'm sorry. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of the cloth. I believe in the God of Israel. I believe Christ was sent by the God of Israel. We've been teaching all of you a Gentile brand of Christianity, a heresy against the doctrine given to Peter and the disciples. And it wasn't our fault. We learned this through traditions because our forefathers, our grandmothers, our grandfathers taught us this. But the God of Israel is now calling us back to do what's right by coming back to the law that they have failed from. That the Gentiles have no authority amongst us no more. We will no longer be receiving any circulations from them, no Sunday pamphlets from them, no books from them. From now on, starting this day, starting next Sabbath, no more Sunday worship, and we're going to be teaching you out of the law. Okay? We've tried every other way, and the earth is sick because the priests, including us, have left our post. Make sure you tell them that. We followed man over the Almighty. We apologize. But through the grace of Christ, we have now been given opportunity to right our wrong. That's all. And you know what? The people will accept you. And if you don't do it, guess what? Guess what? Because they're going to leave you anyway. They leave it in droves. And they'll be right here. They'll be with us. Where they belong, being taught correctly. Okay? Let's go. Come on.
Hey, yo, listen. Hey, Elder, get me that please out to ask real quick, right?
All right, then we're gonna go down the line. We got some people on we got some people there.
Yeah, we got to talk about this album too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Just, I mean, listen, I'm glancing the chat every so often, and I'm seeing people here who don't believe here. You with me? And I'm like, I'm befuddled.
They don't believe what?
They don't believe. They believe that we are teaching incorrectly. So why the hell are you here? Why are you tuning in?
Peace.
Yo, listen, but check this out. Let me show.
Hey, kick rocks. The Lord says after the second or third ammunition, one's a heretic, reject. Hey, buddy, you've been rejected. Go.
Hey, all right.
Here's the beautiful thing about
Why
it.
frustrate yourself?
Exactly, but here's the beautiful thing about
rocks.
it. Even though they don't believe, you see that viewership right there? As they come in as unbelievers, that viewership goes up. So you're actually helping our cause as you come in and
stick around. Matter of fact, don't kick rocks. Stick around and hate.
I probably gave him a tip right there, but that's
See, lawyer, I love that mercy spirit. Stick around and scoff.
Now check this out.
Do your job, son of the devil. All right, let's go.
Hey, listen, hey, yo, leave that. Let's get the call. Hey, let's get some calls, man.
All right,
I'm gonna go into some scripture, but yo, hey.
All right.
Yo, we're not apologizing for nothing tonight. All right.
Do your job. Even Christ, when they came around, ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father ye will do. You were a murderer in the beginning, and abode not in the truth. The truth isn't in you. So just come around. Invite some more haters. There's enough water out there for everyone. And you know what? Guess what? Above all, we forgive you, brother. You want some water? 515-605-9327. And we're going to talk about that album in a moment. Talk to me real quick. 281 area code. 281 area code. Talk to us.
Hello?
You're live with the Gathering of Christ Church. Talk to us now.
Yeah, this is Brother Muhammad from the Houston body, man. I was calling in regards to this Halloween business. And what I've learned about this Halloween trickery is that there's so much hate for these children that it's embedded in the parents themselves to the point where you can bring forth the information to them and they do not regard it. And they will completely ignore it and say, well, I'm doing it for them anyway. And that in itself is a blatant hatred. But if you ask them, they're the best parent. They're doing what is best for their child. And I was at work one day and I was training a fellow. And when we, it was last year, there was ghouls everywhere, blood, and I'm telling them, like, wow, look how wicked this is. And we saw some kids, and I'm very communicative with people. So I talked with them, and I'm like, what do y'all think about this Halloween business? Like, y'all know it's a bunch of devil stuff, right? And shockingly, some of them said yes.
Yeah, they know.
And they still planned on going out trick-or-treating, asking people for, all type of stuff. And my coworker was actually supporting the kids doing what they feel like they should do to have fun.
That's deep.
And it shows a blatant lack of love for the youth.
Exactly.
It shows a blatant lack of interest, care, concern, discernment, maturity, every component you need to be an adult, let alone a parent, to the children. And I just wanted to leave this tidbit with whoever is listening. You have to show love beyond what your understanding is. Because when Christ showed his love toward us, a lot of us can't even understand that to the capacity to this day. He protected us from harm, from negativity, from hatred, when we thought these things were positive for us to go and do. That's the same thing a parent does to a child who doesn't know any better. You have to show love beyond basic understanding, human understanding. It has to be a spiritual surpassment when you're talking about you love somebody. So I want people to understand that.
Hey, brother, great points, man.
Shalom, I love you all.
Shalom. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. And I want to say this real quick because we only got an hour or probably less than that before we are. Let me put them on hold real quick. Let me show you the hypocrisy that's going on right now, right? We're in the most wicked time of the year where children get kidnapped, sacrificed. More children go missing this time of year than at any time of the year. Now I'm going to show you how we bring this around full circle, right? Not too long ago, there was a sister that we did a show on by the name of Joy Morgan, who IUIC, they claimed she was in IUIC and something happened to her with a brother who came through there. Even though the people didn't do nothing to her, she got in a car with a guy and something happened to her. And all the stories out there is relating death, carnage, and destruction and heinous crimes to Israelites, right? And I'm going to show you the hypocrisy of that. When more children go missing by pagans, Wiccans, those of other religious persuasions every year, you notice that Jack the Ripper, even Jeffrey Dahmer, check it out, Jeffrey Dahmer. We got Charles Manson out there. You notice these guys who've done heinous crimes well beyond anything that they're trying to compare to what an Israelite did. One incident. It's so bad you can only find one incident, right? But you notice that no one asked those people at all, well, what church did Charles Manson go to? What synagogue was Jack the Ripper a part of? And relate their religious beliefs to a heinous crime? You notice that? I need y'all to check out the hypocrisy in that. They'll blow up, oh my God, someone died, someone went missing because of some Israelite. They straight demonizing. Children are going missing right now, all the time. Right now, just a year ago, after the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl, the owner of the New England Patriots, I think his name is Robert Kraft. Was caught up with but sex trafficking and all that. And no one anywhere, the story just went away. Everyone started talking about R. Kelly. And guess what? He goes to a synagogue. But no one is relating his religion to trafficking people. And we're trying to put this in proper perspective for you folks. There's an attack against the awakening. And our people cannot fall victim to it and believe the media. The people in the media have always portrayed what was right in Christ, what's right according to God's law, wrong. So unless you're going to apply that same energy when your people do something wrong, how dare you magnify one incident when it's not proven that anything that was taught through those brothers, whether I agree with them or not, led to that sister's death.
Exactly.
If you can't show where they directly did something to her according to their doctrine, shut up and point to your people, because you're always stealing people and killing people and molesting people, and no one relate that to your religion. A matter of fact, you're going to be doing that this October 31st. And that's why Elder Lawyer and Elder Gaja, they promote Halloween to the children. Because it's about shaking the children loose from their parents to kidnap them and all those things. More children go missing this time of year than at any time of the year. I need y'all to check that out. I just want to put that out there. Anything you want to say before we go to the next call?
Just before you
Go ahead.
you bring the call in, can you repeat the number again for me, please, for the
515-605-9327.
and just hit 1 when you come into the queue, and we'll take your call right then. I got nothing to say on that element. Let's just keep it going.
Yeah, how dare them try to connect someone going missing or being killed due to a doctrine or a belief?
Right. And on top of that, right now, as we speak, you could probably expect, if you turn on the TV, to see a movie or some documentary celebrating the serial killers of America.
Yeah, like heroes.
Exactly.
They got everyone in the movies feeling sorry for the Joker.
That's crazy. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a socio-psychopath. But he'd be like, oh, now I understand why, Batman was bad. The heroes are bad going against him. You know he was abused growing up. You know he was picked on. Are you kidding me?
That's so backward our society has gone. You can have a movie and the villain. And the villains are the good guys. Are the good guys now. Crazy. Like there was a thing in the UK recently where they were trying to some sympathy for pedophiles. What the hell? What's this? You with me? So right now, the lines of morality is totally non-existent.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now. And I'm gonna say this. Them apologetics and all that, after these programs that like you hear tonight and some of what we're gonna bring on GOCC media, you're gonna see them quietly go into the night, not to be heard of anymore. And I need y'all to document tonight. Man, we got some stuff on the apologetics that we're going to bring out very soon. Let me tell you. James White may get on a plane and go to Tibet and join a convent. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to look and try to demonize Israelites, guess what, folks? Or God's chosen people. I'm not talking about no Israelites. We God's people, you Gentiles. Now, guess what? You done shook the wrong tree. We are about to do a whole expose on you. Okay? Unapologetically. Come on, let's hit it.
Yeah, man. Hit number 1 and Black Talk, and we go moving down the line.
Let's go down the line. 662 area code. Come on.
How you doing, El?
I'm blessed by the Most High God of Israel.
Great. Listen, I just want to say to the listeners out, I see the academy. I just think the academy, it should be mandatory. The academy has so much information. To all the listeners out there that hasn't got into that academy, please get in that academy, because it's things that you will learn that will put you on the right path, that will put you where you need to be. Now, the videos, they're great. The Sabbath is great, but that academy is like, I talked to Elder Lawyer. It's like that commercial about the gusher when your head explodes. That academy has been exploding me and my wife's head ever since we have gotten in there.
Oh, praise the Most High.
Listen, we love y'all, elders.
Thank you.
Lawyer, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow. We love y'all. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Look, this is Brother Anthony. If there's anything, once again, I've been a pastor, a preacher for 9 years. Never in my life have I even came close to getting this this teaching, this information that I have been getting, and it is. I mean, the people here, we, like I said, we have been an outcast, and it seems like just because everybody else is not doing it, it seems like it's not the way to go. It's like everybody else is going in one direction and we are going in another. We know that remnant is going to be small. And with everybody going in that different direction, we know that we are going in the right direction. Listen, we love you. We got to be there. Lord, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. We got to be there. GOCC, we have already proclaimed y'all are our family. Y'all are our family. Look, I'm not gonna hold the line. I love you, Ricard, Gocc. I love you, that's Wolf, Lawyer. I love y'all, man. We coming home. We're coming home.
Praise the Most High.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
I unapologetically thank you, my brother. All right.
Yes.
All right.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey.
We love you. We're down here in little old Mississippi. We love you all.
We'll see you soon enough, and we're going to dip you. There's some water for all of us. Thank you, brother. Now, did he just say that he was a pastor for 9 years?
Yes, sir.
A pastor for 9 years, went to theologian school, was teaching our people in the community that Gentile mess, and said that in this academy, it had blown his mind. And I'm going to say this because they try to put out there, Ricard, the elders of the GOCC don't believe in the virgin birth. Because they know most people learned that since Sunday school, and it's deeply embedded in the children, without giving people the insight of exactly what we teach. What we don't teach is the Gentile pagan teaching of the incarnate of God in earth, because that's Babylonian. That's and right. The Romans had that before Christ was born. And that comes out. And we got historical history from the original founding fathers of Christianity, with records of the genealogy of Christ all the way to Joseph that was presented in the churches, but rejected by the Gentile churches. Why? Because they were looking to uphold a woman being able to have a child without a father. They were celebrating Semiramis of Babylon as a goddess. And they were looking to infuse that in the new Christianity. So they're not teaching you the proper context of what we're saying. What we're saying is, according to genealogy, according to the Bible, all nations are determined through the seed of man. And it was prophesied that Christ would come through the seed of David, and that his throne would be connected directly to David. There's no place in the Bible that shows Mary's lineage linking to David directly by herself. That doesn't exist in the book of Luke, and it doesn't exist in the book of Matthew. And a matter of fact, if you don't have the information we have breaking down both lineages, Matthew and Luke, you'll stay confused under Christianity, because the names change from one gospel to the next. And Christians don't give you an explanation to why it's different in Luke than in Matthew. They'd rather you stay confused and walk away and become atheists. So when they tell you out without explaining to you and try to just dismiss us and say, well, they don't believe in the virgin birth, don't take their word for what they're saying, because they're leaving a lot out. We can teach Christ's power. Christ had power before there was any such man as Joseph or woman as Mary. In the beginning, that's what makes him the Son of the Most High, because through his source, all things was created on heaven, in heaven, and on earth. So we're not taking away from Christ's power. We're giving you the breakdown and taking you away from the evil deceit that came through paganism once the black Jews fell, which are our forefathers, in 70 AD. We teach what the disciples taught concerning Christ's birth, not the pagan Romans or Babylonians.
That's right.
So let's straighten that out right now.
And Elder, yo, just let me back in on that, right?
Yeah.
The virgin birth or the non-existence of a virgin birth was actually what tipped the scales over for me in terms of receiving the truth. Because I had always believed that, yo, there's no way a child can come be born without the presence of a man. So that whole fairy tale,
the Gentiles were teaching.
Yeah, that's what they were teaching. I never believed that, and that's one of the reasons why I never believed in the Bible. And then understanding it and seeing it, hey, you know. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna.
And guess what? In the academy, we're gonna break the whole thing down. We're gonna give you the history of the records that was presented before the Romans, showing Christ's lineage according to the chronicles that were kept during his time, where the Romans even knew who Christ's fathers were. Real records we have. See?
Hey, no more can I say.
Huh? What you want? What you want? You're barking up the wrong tree here. All right? Now, let's go down the line. We only got a few more calls. If you want to come in real quick, because it's almost done. 515-605-9327. And please keep your children in the house during so-called Halloween. Spirits have been loosed from the river Euphrates, and the whole earth has gone insane. And guess what? These demons are after your children. The holidays in this pagan world, it does what? It exposes the demons to your children. But you must voluntarily allow them out. Once you do that, they belong to the God of this world, Pan, the devil himself, the God of the tree of good and evil, Satan, Yahweh, Jehovah, Metatron.
Jesus, excuse me.
Yeah. Jesus. And who you call Jesus, which is only a variant of the Metatron. When you say Jesus, it's the same as the Tetragrammaton. No different.
Hey.
I'm glad the Most High revealed his name to Moses.
Praise the Most High.
I thank the Most High. Ahayah is his name, and Yeshua is the name of Christ. And some people are ignorant on, he said his name is Yeshua. Yeshua is Isaiah's name. His name is not Isaiah. That's Yeshua, an entirely different Hebrew letter. Elder Lawyer teaches the Hebrew 101 in our academy. You should come in to understand the letters in Hebrew. And keep in mind, the original letters of Hebrew is 22 letters. The original letters of God's alphabet, which all languages come from. There was 22 heads of man. Right. 22 kinds of beast.
22 works.
22 works from the beginning. All right? And 22 letters. So if you look at the word Yeshua, the I sound for that Hebrew letter is not in Christ's name. So just because it sounds similar, Yeshua and Yeshua, that one letter makes it two separate names. So don't try to come with that garbage either. Okay? We're ripping all the naysayers and all the scoffers asunder through the power of Ahayah Ba Hashem Yeshua. That's his name. Let's go.
The Most High's name is dreadful to the heathen.
And his name is dreadful to the heathens. They can't stand his name. To the degree that they found the Dead Sea Scrolls and waited 40 years to introduce the Dead Sea Scrolls, because that was one of the records they didn't put the Tetragrammaton in. They had to wait 40 years. And if you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls, the only handwriting is different is where they took out God's name and placed the Tetragrammaton in instead.
Demons. Straight.
They're the devil.
Demons.
Okay? 562. Let's go. Shalom.
Shalom, Elder.
I'm blessed by the best. We gotta hurry up because I heard. Yeah. Let's go. Let's talk. Come on.
So, so I just want to say this real quick, man. I appreciate everything y'all doing. Back when I was a younger man, I'm 31 now, but when I was a little younger, man, I used to pray before I knew about all this that the Lord would show a difference between those that followed Him and those that didn't, which kicked off a series of events in my life. But this is the most powerful thing that I see. So, uh, just to make a long story short, I helped this one dude named Bishop Brown. He asked me to help him move the storage. And long story short, he came out with this Bible, man. It was an old Bible. It's a 26 different translation Bible, right? He was like, hey, yo, I'm about to throw this away. Do you want it? And I didn't even know really what it was, but I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll take it. 2 days later, or no, I'm sorry, that next Sunday when I seen him, he was like, yo, you still got that Bible? I'll take it back. I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'll keep it. But mentioning that book, I come to read it. I start reading it. It's real tore up now, but I start reading it, and not only does this particular Bible has what's in the Torah, the Ahayah, the Yiddish version of the Hebrew name of the Most High, but it also has Ahayah in there. And my brother, he's an assistant pastor, and I showed it to him. I was like, yo, check this out. And he was like, just to knock the defense down, I was like, and Bishop Brown gave it to me. His bishop gave this book to me when I helped to move it. Check this name out. And he started scratching his head and said, yo, I got to talk to Bishop Brown about this. And just bringing it all forward, man. As this world is getting more crazier, man, I'm seeing the Lord really work because I know you guys know this dude named Benny Hinn, man. Benny Hinn, who says he's a Jew or whatever. This dude came out and he repented because he was teaching the what am I trying to say? The prophecy, but the
so he apologized for teaching the prosperity doctrine.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Hold on. Let me make this clear. I want to say this real quick. Ezekiel 33 tells us, okay, the wicked must give again that he should rob what he have robbed, then walk in the statutes of life, and he'll be forgiven, and none of his sins will be accounted against him. So no, apology ain't going to work, buddy. Where's that money? Give the people their money back. You must give again that ye have robbed. The Bible says rebuke, and if thou repent, forgive. No, let me tell you, the people that you took the money from, Benny Hinn, they cannot pay their rent or their mortgage with your apology. Okay? Your apology is supposed to come with a refund. But go on.
If I can mention, if I'm not mistaken, I think after he did that, soon afterwards, he recanted, which was something he did, I think, back in the 90s. They showed that he did the same thing, where he came out and he denounced the prosperity doctrine, but later came out and
he's a flim flam dude.
Yeah,
he's a flim flam. He's Satan's son. It's like this. If this guy wants to apologize, the best thing he can do is sit his behind down. To never be heard from again. Bring his cameras and his whole crew over and let us teach his congregation what's right. That's what Benny Hinn can do. Thank you, brother. Let's put you on. You have one other thing before I go to the next call.
Oh, no, that was pretty much it. I was just saying that I know that would probably cause some, two sides to this thing, but on one side, I would think some people would think, well, if a man like him could be feeling like he needs to repent of some stuff, then maybe I can look at myself in this thing.
The whole thing is this. The whole thing is this, folks. It's like this. And I heard this other Republican woman who was a so-called pastor who should have sat up behind now. This white woman from downtown. We apologize for slavery. We apologize. And everybody standing up clapping and clapping. You sit your behind down.
That's right.
The apology is you sit your behind down, okay? We don't need you to apologize for slavery. You didn't put us in slavery. Our God put us in slavery. We don't want your apology. Okay, we don't want your apology for slavery. We don't want that. Keep that. Those are words. The Bible says you cannot love in word but in deed. Get out of our face and our space. That's what we want. We don't want your apology. For those who think that apologies have value, white people didn't put us in slavery, folks. God did. The white man could not have done anything if our God didn't allow it.
That's right.
So now they're going to come with the apology now. And yes, let me show you a few black people in the Bible to show you I have black friends. They're trying to use the black friend stick from a religious standpoint now. I got black friends. Let me show you this Ethiopian Christ ran into. Let me show you this Ethiopian Moses married. Get out of our face and our space. We don't want your apology. Deuteronomy 28 tells us who put us in captivity. Keep your apologies. Get out of our lane. Put down that Bible and give it back to the chosen people. You've had your turn and failed at it. We don't want your apology. And you have all the black people chanting, oh Lordy, she's so, thank you, Jesus. No, it doesn't work like that, lady. We don't want your apology. Go sit down somewhere. Okay? Thank you.
Right.
That only worked for the ignorant. And then they be like, I wish other white people were like, I wish Donald Trump was like that. Let me tell you. And I say this all the time. Say what you want about Trump or Bush or any Republican. The whole thing is at least you know honestly what they feel.
Exactly.
Give me that all day long, whether I agree or disagree with a politician. They all are cut from the same cloth. But at least this guy's honest with his disdain or dislike for whatever he disliked. You got all these so-called Democrats pandering and saying what you want to say, and they're destroying your communities at its core. So we don't want to hear about this crap about somebody apologizing. Oh yeah, and then they come with that Southern voice. Oh yeah, Jesus came to me in a vision last night, and he told me that I should apologize to the black people for slavery. Oh Jesus, God, that he's gonna smite this land. Listen, sit down. Sit your behind down. God's people are back. We're not listening anymore to you. Okay? Peace. What's the next one here? All right. We're at 440.
If you don't.
Okay, go ahead.
You can take that, and after that.
I'll just give it to you, all right?
Yep.
We'll make some announcements. I got you. 440 area code. Let's go.
Shalom, elders. What a pleasure to see you guys. I've been kind of crazy busy and haven't really listened to you guys, but shalom. It's good to be back on the radio. But real quick, oh my goodness, with this time of year, I do believe from a recent experience that they are actually inserting demons in that medicine. I had a situation with a family member. And I mean, I've seen all kinds of stuff, demonic wise. Most High showed me, I don't go looking for it. But I had a situation with a close family member where Satan just raised up in my family member and actually tried to make me afraid, and I was like, I wasn't afraid.
What they do?
I just started pleading the blood of Yeshaya, Ahayah, Yeshaya, Rawak, and he's telling me, this demon's telling me, I better run. And I'm like, I'm not running nowhere. The Most High took care of it. And, I don't know how many other family members might have experienced something like this. But I'm telling you, they are stepping up the game. It might be the norm for you guys. You guys might have experienced, Satan just really raising up in a person where their whole voice is changing. And I knew it was Satan using, this family member. So, to the ones that, don't be afraid of them because these are defeated folks. And you guys have made me strong. You've dried up my tears. I give a shout out to everybody in Cleveland, Vegas, the family. Another sister that I went to her house. I hadn't really met the family, but just talking on the phone, because I'm in North Dakota, 2 different family members, and this one sister invited me in her house, and it was an experience. So I'm looking forward to meeting the other family on the same level and just being loved. I just felt like at home. So Shalom family, if anybody have a family member that the Satan raises up in them, and I'm telling you, whoa, don't be afraid. Just plead the blood of Yeshua. Shalom,
There
family.
it is. It works. It works. Praise the Most High. Go ahead, lawyer. Don't forget, go to gatheringofchrist.org. Get ready. The video will be out tomorrow. After the fire is gone, we're gonna do a premiere. We did a premiere this Sunday of it, and the people just stood up, couldn't believe it. And some enhancements were done. So we're gonna check it out tonight. But yeah, the video will be released, the official album, Music with a Purpose. You'll be able to find it, download it. Go to gatheringofchrist.org. There's a page that'll take you to a place where you can download all the music. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Make a Nation Like Abraham. That's right. I want to hold you. Speaking of us embracing in the spirit as far as man and wife in love again like it once was. Ahayah's Calling Back Israel is on there. I'm going to tell you, Zion is on there. And this is only volume 1. Even the brand new song. Okay? Mm-hmm. The brand new song, folks. I'm going to tell you, it's real nice. Okay. And it's Don't Wake Me Up. Mm-hmm. Hey. Mm-hmm. Midstream in a dream, don't touch. I've been taken up. I've been shown in a vision, curiosity got me stuck. Yeah. 7 heads, 10 horns on the waters, raising up. Is raising up. I see crowds, flaming floors. Is it war at the door? I've been searching for it. Hey, I can't get it out of my head. The stars are falling. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm Not Giving It Up is the name. It's called A Vision. It's one of, man, we just finished that one the other day. You got to get the songs, folks. It's good. It's good. GatheringofChrist.org, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. The album is just been a long time coming. All right, let's go.
Yes, sir. So as you mentioned the album, and of course you gave a little bit of just a little excerpt, just a little bit of what they can expect from the project. We have an announcement to make concerning that. The site is officially live.
Okay, give me the site so I can put it in the chat real quick. Matter of fact, type it in the chat with this.
All right. Let me see if I can pull it up here. You want me to put it in the? Let me try to pull it up here. Then I'll copy and paste.
Yeah, just pull it up on that. Yeah. So we're gonna give you the actual link right now. You got to put it in lowercase, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to put it in the link. You can go there and download the album if you would like. You'll also have the option to actually order the hard copy in case you want the CD. Okay. In case you want the CD sent to you. And some of them I'll be able to sign or whatever the case is, but they sold out at the venue. Mm-hmm. But we have a lot coming. Okay, it's out right now.
All right.
Okay, let's copy it real quick.
This up right here.
Control C, yeah. And let's go over and yeah, you can put it in the chat. Paste, there you go. No, there you go. Enter. I want you all to see that. royaltymusicbyshepherd.com. You can click that and download the album right now or the singles. Put it in there again so they can get it.
Someone says I'm already wearing out the CD.
Yeah, they told me they was playing it all night after the and it will all go towards us revenue in which we can put more into the music to get to our people through song. Oh no, we're gonna do Apple Music and all that a little later, but I first want to see how we can organically help each other outside of their platforms. I really want to see what type of work that can be driven here organically through the work itself.
One sec, someone saying the link's not working.
Someone said the link is not working. We just went there. Okay, paste it there real quick and hit on the link again. Nuh-uh. Paste it down at the bottom. Yeah. Paste it. Okay, hit enter. And now click on it. No, on the inside of it. Yeah, right there. Okay, that link isn't working.
Okay, that's strange because we just pulled it up here.
Okay, refresh it real quick.
Oh
yeah, no, it showed up.
Yeah, that's working.
Yeah, it showed up. It's working. We clicked on the same link, give it to you.
Yeah, try to pull it up on your computer. And see if that works.
Yeah, pull it up on your computer, and we're gonna try to make it specific for phones too. Maybe it's the outline.
Yeah.
So try to do it on your computer. Okay, and make sure y'all get the album. It really will help the work, and there's a lot of wonderful songs I know you'll all enjoy. Okay, a lot of work have gone into it. You want to finish the announcements, Elder Lawyer?
Oh yes. So yes, you can go to the website for information on how to purchase not only the digital copy of the full album, but also a physical copy.
Okay, let me put it out there. Just type in Royalty Music by Shepherd.com.
Yeah.
Royalty Music by Shepherd.com.
Right. And some people are saying that it's working.
Okay.
Okay, so it's working for some, not working for others. But again, the difference may be, the laptop. So try to open it up on the computer and you may get better results.
Okay, and we'll try to. We're still working behind the scenes,
right?
But we'll try to adjust it specifically for the tablets and stuff and the phones also. Maybe we need to readjust some things for it. But if you go to the website gatheringchrist.org, the link will be there, or you can just type in. Make sure you put it inside the link where your web page is. Royalty Music by Shepherd. That's SHEPPARD. RoyaltyMusicByShepherd.com.
All right, and then someone also says switch your phone view to desktop view, and they may allow it to work on your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Now I have another announcement that I'll wait.
Yeah.
Now go ahead. Afterwards.
Now go ahead.
I don't want to make this one in the midst of. Well, I'll go ahead and make this announcement. We recently had a brother who passed in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So we're asking currently. They're trying to pull things together. We're trying to pull things together to help the family actually be able to bury the brother. So I'm going to give a piece of information here for those who are looking to support and send. Okay. For those who are interested in sending to the family, you can send to this following PayPal account. It's Slim SLIM Jim JIM 413@juno.com. Again, Slim SLIM Jim JIM 413@juno. Juno spelled JUNO.com. Okay, if you can, please, help the family as soon as possible, as soon as you can, and for those of the family that are watching, we send our condolences out to the family of Brother Antoine and others who have passed at this time. We send out our condolences and pray that you get through this troubling time. And again, for those who are out there looking to support and help, you can send to that particular PayPal account, and that will go directly to the family, which will help bury Brother Antoine.
Okay. And just off of that, we also had a passing within the UK. Bishop Ronaldo's mother, Sister Irma, passed when was it day before?
Yeah.
Day before yesterday, and the condolences go out to the UK body and the family out there. That
Let me get that.
sorry, yeah,
No, good.
we really sorry here from all the elders of the Gathering Christ Church, and we will be doing a collection within the body to go towards the funeral expenses and all that, and just so the people know, this sister was the first sister that walked into the Manchester congregation when we opened up. She was the first sister that came in and been a pillar within the church ever since. She was in Sabbath class, and she just, the most I called her home on Monday, So
Man, Renee, man, that's a beautiful, a great brother, a pillar over there, and all of our condolences go to them, and we're definitely going to put together something,
yes,
to send over there to make sure that we give her a blessed a burial, a sister in Christ, and it says that we shouldn't sorrow like others, knowing that Christ will rise the dead first. The dead in Christ shall rise first, and those that remain shall meet them, and meet him in the air upon his arrival. So we'll see her again. The brothers and sisters who have passed in Christ, we will see them again.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, man, so.
All right. Thank you, Elder Lloyd. Anything else?
That'll be it for now.
I have one more announcement to make as well.
All right, go ahead.
We in the Bahamas. Let me give you the dates. I was gonna put this out at the end, but like we're making announcements, let me just do it real quick.
Yeah.
We are in the Bahamas. Where is it? I'm coming. Here we are. We are in Nassau on the 19th and the 20th of this month. So putting it out there. So anybody who would like to be a part of the gathering, we're gonna have a baptism out there. Bishop Yatazakwa and Deacon Shamal going out there. I'm going to try to make it probably beat the Lord's will if I can. But they're gonna be in Nassau. So if you want to be a part of that gathering with them, just send an email over to gocc144uk@gmail.com, and we'll get you in contact with the bishops. Alternatively, you can send an email to the main email address of the church, and it will get where it needs to go. So yeah, this is on the 19th and the 20th of October. We are in Nassau, Bahamas, baptizing some souls unapologetically.
All praises be to the Most High. They're leaving the heathen pagan churches.
Yep.
No more Christmas, no more Sunday worship, and no more Halloween. No more Halloween. All right, let's only got a few more calls, and then we'll wish you all Godspeed here. Any more calls here? 803 area code. Matter of fact, 470. You're live with the Gathering of Christ Church.
Shalom, Elder Rakal, Gaja, the lawyer, Shalom.
Shalom. How are you? Bless you, brother.
Just wanted to call in. I was actually gonna, but since you guys are kind of speaking on the topic, people passing on or whatnot, Elder, just want people to kind of stay strong in the faith. I've been kind of wavering. It's been tough. My wife passed away from cancer, and 3 months ago, I found out that my mom has breast cancer, and then my father has colon cancer at the same time in the same month. So it's been very trying, the fiery trials, if you will. And I haven't been my best, if you will, in the faith. And I know Elder recall, you've been there a lot for me in different things. But I've kind of been a lone wolf. So I said, you're right. I got to get into the congregation and quit just doing this thing on my own. So I wanted to say that and just kind of reach out to those other members out there in the church. I know you guys are probably experiencing things similar to my situation. Keep the faith, keep going, stay strong, do the work. So I just wanted to say that because that was on topic. But wanted to, there was about, I think maybe a month ago, Elder Lawyer, where there was a young brother that called in and was inquiring about if on Judgment Day, those who stand before Ahayah, if they will be before him as they left this earth. and you were looking for that scripture where, well, it actually is there. I was searching for it because I knew it was there. It's second Baruch, chapter 50, verse 2. For the earth shall then assuredly restore the dead, which it now receives in order to preserve them. It shall make no change in their form, but as it has received, so shall it restore them.
That's it.
And as I delivered them unto it, so also shall it rise them. So just so in the future, I know you guys already know about that. You read that, and probably just kind of evaded you at that moment, but just wanted to bring that to you, Elder Word.
There's one in 2 Corinthians 5 as well.
Yeah, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. All right, we appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. One last question, if you guys can kind of bring some insight to this. When Christ was walking the earth, we know that he's Yeshaya, absolutely, meaning Savior. But what was his government name? I've been doing some research on that because I would deem that only those who respected him as being, the Messiah would have called upon his name as, Savior, in Paleo Hebrew, right? But his government name, would it be true to assert that it was actually Yeshua or Joshua? For those who didn't respect him, would say, well, isn't this Joshua, the son of Joseph? So I'm just, if you guys can get some insight on that, I'm going to be on hold again here to answer that question.
Okay, and that is a good question, but no, his government name wasn't Joshua. We're going to make sure we put up prayers for you, brother. And I'm glad you're staying strong. And thank you for that scripture also. Yes, we will be brought back in a heavenly form or a changed form, but still have our same appearance. Because this is the appearance we were when Christ made us in the beginning. That doesn't change. And I'm glad he brought that forth. But no, when you go to Matthew 1, it says, he shall bring forth a son, he told Mary. And thou shalt call his name Savior, for he shall save his people from their sins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the government name when you look in Matthew 1 and 21. Savior, that was his name. Okay? There wasn't a different name where those who believe in him would call him Savior, but really his name was Joshua. And I'm saying that not because of what you're bringing forth or what you're trying to figure out or inquiring about. There's others who have made those assertions, not realizing the only reason Joshua is being helmed or held as a name over Christ is because the Jewish faction who don't believe in Christ gives the credit for being saved or delivered into the new land through Joshua and Caleb, not through Christ. That's why they'll call him Yeshua or Joshua, because why? They detest Christ. They detest the Son of the living God. And they give all credit, even on the Christian side, to Joshua. Because the controllers are over both sides. They're over the Christian side and they're over the Judaic or Judaism side. Okay? Just wanted to make that plain. And we only have one more phone call, then we digress. I'm hungry. I have to eat. But hey, tonight has been a blessing, man. It's been so great just to conversate tonight, with you elders.
Absolutely.
And hey, and the Most High says where two or more gathered, he's in the midst. And hey, the Spirit is definitely in the midst tonight. A lot of great insight was brought forth, and I would say more so in the Spirit, encouragement to let brothers and sisters know. Listen, we haven't been quenched.
That's right.
Okay, the Spirit haven't been quenched. It's not over. It's just the beginning. And hey, brothers and sisters, time is running out. So it's time for us to get back that original love, that original spirit we had when we first found the knowledge of the truth concerning ourselves and finish.
That's right.
We only got a few more moments, one more call, and then we'll wish you all Godspeed. Shalom. Last call. 803.
Hello.
You're live with the Gathering Christ Church.
Hi, Elder Carr. My name is Hakeem, and
I remember you, Hakeem.
I'm just calling in, man. I don't want to talk about family mistreating me, but it seems like every time I'm around my family, they just like I be like just wanting to like just talk to them, and then it's hurtful, and they just look over me, and like I'm nothing. Then it hurts, and I'm always like so lonely. I don't want to like just call in and just talk about family because I understand we gotta just go through this, and it's called Jacob's Trouble. But it feels like I am really nothing to them. I ain't want to cry.
Well, brother, again, let me tell you this, but you're everything to the Most High. And see, this is what you have to do, and all of us have to realize that none
I
of
gotta
us.
get away from them, man.
Now, listen, brother. None of us were rejected more than Christ. It was prophesied
Oh man,
it was prophesied that he would be rejected of men. You're not alone, brother. You have to realize, and let me tell you, don't let them turn you sour. That's your family. So when you get an opportunity, Hakeem, read Matthew the 5th chapter and apply it. Don't let Satan turn you against your family. They need you, even through this darkness, even while they're acting like this. Okay? They need you. Satan is trying to get you away from your family.
That's right.
So that he can have them. So no, brother.
right.
So listen to me. You have to stand strong and understand no one was more rejected than Christ. And guess what? When you're called to this, understand that you're going to be brought low. You will be rejected. That's part of the Most High shaping you.
Yeah, you right.
So no.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, brother. So no. I mean, time is running out. I only got a few moments. I'm gonna make sure we have your number, and Elder Lawyer gonna call you. But I don't want you to get cut off, so I'm gonna put you on hold now. But I'm just gonna say, brother, all right, just stand strong. You get me? Your family needs you. You hear me, Akeem? And you know, okay, all right, okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason I'm saying this is because what's the stigma out there when it comes to Israelites? Is that when people get inside and start realizing they begin to reject their family. Right. They begin to act indifferent. They're changing, and they've been drawn in through a cult and all this other mess. And we don't need that stigma out there because Christ wasn't like that. Christ did what? He frequented. A matter of fact, Christ was reprimanded and talked against for walking and helping the publicans and sinners. He was around the people and was getting ridiculed. He was getting rejected by the authority and others. So the whole thing is, people are going to say what they're going to say anyway. But the reality is, when we came over here in captivity through the belly of those ships, we were, believe it or not, folks, we were placed in a cult from birth in slavery, and it's called the Christian church. That's the cult. That's the cult. Anything that would lead you away from the laws of God and the path of Christ and promote immorality and excuse evil is the cult. Don't let no one have you believe that being different is cultish. For broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. With that, I'm going to say shalom, stay prayed up, sin not. We'll see you this weekend in the academy. If you'd like to be a part of it, send an email to gatheringas1@aol.com. And yes, support the music project, Music with a Purpose. Shalom, elders. Thank you for your support tonight.
Shalom.
Y'all brought it tonight. All praises. And guess what? We're going to bring it throughout this earth.
That's right.
All together.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right. And guess what? To the apologetics, we do not apologize. Shalom.
Blessings.
Stay prayed up and sin not. We will soon see Zion.
Zion. I was lost, but now I'm found. I'm a child of Israel. I heard the sound.
It's on the album.
Please give me the strength to stand today. With my eyes towards the east, show me the way. Oh, to Zion.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Laying my life on the line, I'm begging, please. Please don't let me fall.